Hello everyone and welcome back to Clover Knows Pets. I'm Clover. Today is a really crazy day. We just rescued two budgies, and there is a very long story to this which I will end up telling later on. But long story short, I was looking through Craigslist and found someone saying they needed to find a foster home for some birds. It turns out it's their friend's birds. Basically, this person had two budgies, and she had them for a very long time, over 8 years, and then had recently lost her home and was living out of her car, and her friend was trying to help find a home for these birds. It was supposed to be temporary. I'm not actually sure if it's going to be temporary or not now, but yeah. Basically, we were able to get these birds, and it turns out they were outside in this lady's car all day without any heat. If you don't know, I live in Minnesota, and it is currently around 15 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so really cold, especially for parrots that are native to Australia. Yeah. But yeah, the cage that they were originally in, or at least the picture of the cage they were originally in, looked perfectly good, but the one that we found them in was really bad. It's so sad that these birds had to endure this, and the fact that they were out in the cold all day long without any heat is just absolutely heartbreaking. I'm not bringing the cage inside because I don't want anything bacteria-wise or mites or anything coming into the house, but let me show you the cage. Current weather. So much snow. This is what they were in. Extremely tiny, and look at all of that seed. It's really sad. They're drinking out of this little thing. No natural perches, cotton toys which are bad, plastic toys which are bad, small cage, treat mixes which are bad, bad food, wrong things, bells which are bad, mirrors which are bad. There's nothing good about this cage. But yeah. So stuffed full of gunk. I can't even open the bottom anymore because the tray has been overflowed. The amount of snow out here is insane. God. So much snow there is. So much snow. But yeah, it is really cold outside, and as you saw, that cage is just like covered in seed and poop. So yeah, really unfortunate situation. Glad to have the birds now though. Their names are Monk and Alan. At least those are the names we were given, or that they gave us, said that they were named that. Supposedly Monk is about 2 years old and Alan is 8 years old. Yeah, they are both American budgies, so that's good. They're not English budgies, so they don't have any, at least no visible neurological issues or disorders. But one of them has a very overgrown toenails and a very overgrown beak. So I will have to towel them both and actually trim down both of their nails, or both of them, I'll have to trim down their nails. And then for Monk, the lighter colored one, you'll see them in a minute, I also have to Dremel down her beak because it is way too long. yeah, after that I'll do a basic health check. I've done a lot of research on that stuff, and I've read actual like things made for avian vets. I've done my research. I've been researching this for around 5 years now, so although I'm not a vet, I do feel qualified to do a basic health check. Anyways, yeah, basic health check. I will check them for mites, check their eyes and stuff. I don't see any problems right now, but I will have to long-term watch out for respiratory issues because the cage smells heavily of cigarette smoke. So I will have to watch out for respiratory issues. Yeah, I'm also going to weigh them and get them settled into a temporary cage. They're going to be quarantined for at least a month in my bathroom while I make sure that they're not sick, and also just generally find out a little more about their personalities and what they like to do, and work on hand taming them. I've been told that they're not hand tamed, but I've also been told that when she had them in a house, they were free roaming, so I don't know. I'm just gonna try small things first. Let's see them. Alright, so here they are. I have them in my backpack carrier. Hey, babies. Flip this over. I'll have to cover up the mirror before I take them out. So this is Monk. That is Alan. Hi. I know, you're so scared. Both very heavily breathing. They were panting earlier. They must be absolutely horrified, and reasonably so. I'm not going to video them like this for too long. I just want to make sure that they are safe. Yeah. Quick disclaimer, you never want to leave millet in your cage with your birds. Millet is a very fatty seed, and it is not safe for them in large amounts. This is what they've been eating though, and so I want them to be eating something at least. I will eventually convert them over to a fresh veggie diet called Chop, and they will have millet as treat only. I'm going to open up the side of the carrier just a little bit. I want you to be able to see Monk's beak and nails before I trim them. Yes, sweetheart, I know. I know. Hope you can at least a little bit see that beak. It's not, I mean, the worst thing in the world, but it is definitely overgrown. Her nails, though, it's really sad. Sorry, I keep saying her. They're both boys, both male. I'm just used to only having female budgies, so yeah. Hope you can sort of see those nails. Gosh, poor baby. Try and see if I can get a better shot. Okay, yeah. See your nails there? Yeah, sweetheart. Gosh, that's really sad. So yeah, I'm gonna get a cage set up, or at least a temporary cage. Budgies do need flight cages like all other parrots. So I'm just gonna be using my temporary travel carrier as a cage. Just because I don't currently have one that would fit in the bathroom. Just know it's not permanent, and they are gonna be allowed out of the cage all day once they get settled in, and will eventually have their own flight cage. It's also important to mention that they are very much bonded. Yes, 2 male budgies can bond, but yeah. Okay, so this is basically what I did. Just put a chair in my bathtub and put it in here. I'm gonna add some toys and more perches in here and stuff, but this is what it looks like from now. Let me go add some more stuff. Alright, I do need to make them some food since I doubt they're going to eat fresh veggies yet. So let me mix up that. First I'll add some tops pellets. Then I'll add some Mikey and Mia mix. Also, I love this mix so much. Look at the ingredients. It is an absolutely awesome mix, and I highly recommend it to anyone looking for a healthy dry mix for the birds. It is amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna add in a pretty decent amount of that. Here's a close-up look at it. It is awesome. Also, everything is freeze-dried, so it stores a lot of the nutrients, and it stores beautiful color. Then I'm gonna add some of their calming seed mix. Ingredients are right here. This is also a really great mix, full of healthy seeds. Alright, now I'm going to add some Harrison's pellets. These are Lifetime Fine. And like I said, millet should not normally be used, but since this is what they're used to eating, I'm going to add a little bit in, just to try and hope that they will taste the other stuff in the process of eating the millet and like it and eat more. Trying to keep out the sticky bits. Okay, there we go, that looks good. Yeah, that's what they will be eating. I know I already said this, but I'd like to really stress that this is only a temporary diet until we can convert them to fresh veggies and a healthier food. I'm also going to add a bit of oxbow botanical hay. Most people don't think of it, but I find it pretty important to have grasses in their cage at all times. That way they can eat it if they want or use it to bathe in. I do like to spray it with water, and at least all of my budgies love it. But yeah, since they are technically grass seed parrots, or grass parrots I guess, they do need this in their diet, just like things like finches do. There we go. Alright, here we go. This is how their setup's gonna look temporarily until they move out with my other birds and get a larger cage. Also, they will be allowed to free roam the house during the day and go from play stand to play stand, all of that stuff, but yeah. Anyways, starting at the bottom, I've got a shallow water dish. I chose a shallow one, that way they can't drown in it because they are not used to drinking from water bowls, and also they can bathe in if they want to, because I'm assuming they haven't been able to in a while. In the back here, I've got their dry mix. Over here, I've got their hay. Then I've just got a piece of balsa wood, like a little balsa wood slab. I've got a prickly ash perch, then a Java perch, and a ribbonwood perch. And they've got various toys. I've got homemade toys. They've got a Planet Pleasure toy. That toy, I forget where I got that. And the classic bird kebab, of course. And I also set a piece of cuttlebone in here. And I set it like this so they can both perch on it and chew on it. Yeah. So that's how their cage is set up for now. Now I've got to give them their health check, which I'm going to do off camera because it's quite hard to do with minimal stress for the birds if I'm filming. But yeah, I'll show you them afterwards. Basically, I'm just gonna care for them, get their nails trimmed up. I'm gonna get Monk's beak trimmed, or well, dremeled down. Then I'm going to weigh them and stuff and get them straight in here. Yeah, I'm also going to be wearing strange clothes and have a full face mask on. That way they don't see it as me doing it to them, which means that they aren't going to be as scared of me later on. I find that works best, at least to look like a different person so that they're not going to be scared of you. And preferably look like someone that they're not going to see anytime soon. So yeah, I'm basically going to wear all black, put a hood up, and wear a full face mask. Anyways, I'll see you after that.